I don't know if anybody can stand that, but not particularly just for me, but also whoever throws that combination that lands on the button, especially when jab, you're slipping, flush, right hand, as you saw Doug's head pivot to the left, if you call it pivot, and then the left hook will bring, which is going to bring his head this way around. 99.9%, if that hits, it lights out. I mean, any punch could knock somebody out. That's been proven a million times over in the fight game, whether it be boxing, whether it be kickboxing, whether it be mixed martial arts, karate, taekwondo, you name it, doesn't matter. So any combination, for example, you know, I could be just here, and Doug fires that straight right, and it lands right there. That's the end of the fight. That's going to be a knockout. You know, so it doesn't have to be a combination as such. Sometimes just getting that one good shot inside is going to create that knockout.
But you know, as they say in any full contact sport, everybody will tell you that it's the punch that you don't see that's going to knock you out. And that's so true because I've experienced that.
It's more eyes, you know, seeing the punches come. If, you know, chin's down, you're seeing the punches come, they're not going to hit as much. It's always the one you don't see coming, turning your head, that's going to hurt you, it's going to knock you out. Like I always thought that the Thais had really good chins, you know, because they eat some good punches, but you know, they do a lot of drills like splashing water on their face, and since they're a little kid, they're trained not to flinch. Keep their chin down, really train not to flinch, so they see a lot of the shots coming. So
the punch that you don't see coming is because of this. See, your eyes flinched because you saw it coming. Your eyes saw it. Your body had it. Your body has a built-in reaction. So when it sees something come at your face, it automatically closes its eyes because your eyes are vulnerable, and at that time your body was ready for something. So when you see a punch coming and you see it and it hits you, your body has a little reaction in there that says, "Look out, man, something's coming." But if you duck your head and you don't see something coming, and you're moving, or you get turned away from your opponent, and you get hit while you're not looking, your body didn't see that punch coming, and it didn't get that one brief second, like a millisecond of, oh shit. Instead, it just got you when you were completely asleep. The one you don't see, is the one that will put you down because your body wasn't completely ready for it. It's built in everybody. An infant will do it. You go like this at a little baby, it'll do this. It's built into us. It's a built-in self-protection.
Well, it's a shot. Even there, you're thinking, even the fight, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna land my right hand. I'm gonna land my right hand. Oh, all of a sudden, boom! You know, something comes and turns your head, and your mind's focused on landing your right. There's a difference between that and like, oh shit, I'm gonna get hit. Boom! I'm able to eat it and kind of brace myself and see it coming. And then too, when you do see the punch come and brace yourself, it's not going to have the same effect on turning your head like that. You see a lot of the punches the guys don't see coming, have no idea come, hitting that spot and really get that good head turn. And that's what shuts off consciousness. So. Another reason for a big knockout is that you're going to throw your punch and the guy beats you to it. So you got all your weight and everything going forward. Just like if a pitcher were to throw a fastball right down the middle, you barely have to swing and you'll send that ball pretty far. Rather than a big lazy lob ball, swing as hard as you can, it doesn't go as far. When the guy's traveling forward into your punch, you don't have to hit him nearly as hard than if the guy sees it coming, he's able to move back a little bit and take some of that power off. I know if you boxing fans, Joe Louis or Rocky Marciano versus Jersey Joe Walcott. Walcott rolled up with his right hand, he stepped in, and Marciano clipped him on the way in. Like all Walcott's weight was going right into that punch, and he was out for like 15 minutes or something crazy like that.
Yeah, the punch that usually takes most people out is one they don't see coming. And that's why the counter punch is an effective knockout, because they're not really looking to get hit, they're looking to hit you. And again, that's why the hook is generally one of the better knockout punches. Generally, the hook is not as powerful as your cross, but they see the cross coming. The cross is coming straight at you. They can kind of register the shot. Whereas the hook, if I'm coming here, boom, you didn't see it come in the camera until the very last second. So generally, the brain doesn't have a chance to register that they're going to get hit.
definitely. Almost every fighter will agree with this. It's that punch out of nowhere you don't even see, and next thing you know, you wake up. You know, you have really no time to kind of prepare for that. And I mean, there's definitely got to be some truth to that, because I'll contest to that, and I know a lot of other, you know, I've seen, you know, classic boxing from the 50s where the guys say the same thing. So it's one of those old noble truths of the fight game. Punch you don't see coming hurts the most, and you know, it's true.
That was nice that you now know when you're stepping into your shot, but you pull out. Now when you're sparring a tall guy, when you pull out, that guy follows you, you're going to get hit here. So rather than pulling out, so you bang, 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 step here. Then you step out.
You did that once.
See what I mean? Yeah. So you can here, side, step out. Then you're back into your stance. Rather than go da-da-da, and then pull here, because then you're going to get caught. And with you, because you're tall, you're doing this. You don't need to drop that low for your uppercut. Because you can just be here. There you go. See? And it's just here. Instead of dropping here, and because you're going to get hit. Because then for a shorter guy, all he has to do is drop it.
And I'm slow, too.
Yeah.
I'm already slow.
Right. So all you have to do is here. When you say roll, pow. See that? Bang, bang, short.
Yeah, I mean, something you want to do, you know, is obviously punch people when they don't see it coming. Those are the best ones. Try and cut angles, you know, just throw combinations. Hit the guy with something, hit him the other way with something, you know. If you can get a guy reacting to one punch, hit him with something else. And, you know, I'm not like a super power puncher guy, so what I've tried to do is just be more accurate, you know, hit people on the button. See how that works out for me.
I'm thinking, I know, because now I'm waiting for the knockout. I don't go and start to beat the guy. I go and put one punch and wait and another, and I'm waiting for the exact moment for to beat my opponent. I know going too much, thinking I know now I need to wait a little bit for to give the best shot.
It's so important for you to keep your composure. So important. Like, as soon as they go wild, this is where you stay. Because as they're going wild, you're going to start seeing opportunities for you. But if you still and you go wild with them, you're not going to see those opportunities. So it's so important for you to keep your composure, stay calm. Work off that. You know what I mean? And then roll, bang, bang, when the opportunity arises.
When they're throwing hard combinations at you, trying to hurt you, they're not in a relaxed state, but you can knock someone out during that moment. So it's more like you got them in a state where they're not thinking about getting hit, or they're not thinking defensively. If they're just totally calm and relaxed, yeah, they're in a relaxed state, and you catch them, you know, at the right time. If it's during a punch or a technique or a combination of theirs thrown at you, they're thinking so much about hitting you or hurting you that they're not thinking about themselves and having their chin down, having, you know, certain things they need to do. If you notice a lot of guys you'll see fight, when they punch, their chin starts coming up when they throw punches, you know, because they're so busy trying to get into you. That's not technically correct, and that happens a lot, and that's when they're vulnerable.
Because when you're trying to knock somebody out, it's like you're loading up, and, you know, your opponent sees, you know, all your muscles and stuff tensing up, so he knows where you're going to throw from, and, you know, you're opening your arms up and you're throwing wide, you know, and he's just seeing it, and he could block, you know, whereas, you know, when you're throwing combinations and you're putting stuff together, you're kind of hiding those punches. So say you're throwing you want to throw a hard hook to hit him and try to hurt him with a hook. Before you throw the hook, you throw a 1-2, you know, a jab cross, and then you follow with the hook. Instead of just trying to load that hook up, boom, and throw that when he could probably see that coming and just block that, you know. So maybe he'll block that first jab cross, and then that hook will get in.
One thing I like to do when I'm fighting or sparring is trick my opponent into making a move so I could see what he's doing, basically, to counter-offer it. And one way I'll do that is I use a lot of feints. A feint is just like a jerky movement. It's like kind of a fake. they call it feinting, like boxing or Muay Thai kickboxing. So it's basically, like I said, just to get him thinking I'm going to do something, seeing his reaction, and then I'm reacting off of that, you know. And I don't even have to really do nothing off of that. I just want to see what he does. If I want to see, you know, if he's going to come back off it, what he likes to do, you know, it's definitely just, it's kind of like an icebreaker, you know. And also it keeps him thinking. The more you have your opponent thinking, the less he's comfortable, and that makes it possible for me to get off my strikes. You know, so when I'm out there, he's in his stance, and I'll just do kind of like jerky movements, feints, to see what he does. You know, if he's a good fighter, he will react. If he's not going to react. And even if he doesn't react, then I'll start doing stuff off of that. I'll feint. If he doesn't react, I'll come in with a hook, cross hook. And if he does react, I'll just see where his hands go, or if he comes back at me, and then I'll counter off that, you know. So basically, it's just this movement right here. Boom. See, he jabs, cross hook. I feint, he jabs, cross hook right over. Okay? I'll wait, I'll see what he does again this time. I feint, right hand, hook, cross hook. Okay, again. Hook, cross hook. Okay? So pretty much that's what I like to do is feints and get my opponent thinking, so you know he gets flustered and trying to come at me, and he gets out of his game.
The right kick is good to throw against the southpaw. So you can throw it to the inside, you can throw it to the head, you can throw it to the body. The right kick is going to be there a lot of times against the southpaw. So anytime you've been throwing the kick and he knows it's coming, so next time you're feinting the kick, and instead you do a kind of Superman's punch, because a lot of times when you think the kick will be coming, he'll take his hands down to block the kick, but instead fake and throw a Superman punch. So a lot of times he'll put his hands down to block it, and he'll leave his chin open. Click him there. So, but you got to set it up first. Throw a couple of kicks. So he thinks it's coming, he puts his hands down, and you throw the right instead. And as you do it, you kind of jerk, you put your hip forward, and you kind of jerk opposite direction. Hip forward, jerk.
It's all strategy. I mean, once you get to the top elite level of fighting, when everybody's the best and everybody's, you know, the top 10 in the world, this is what's the stuff that works. You know, this is intelligent striking. This is how you get off in the fights. Everybody knows a 1-2, a 1-2-3. Now it's how you're going to set it up to land those strikes.
Timing is like, you know, like setting a guy up, you know, to land that perfect shot is, you know, using your footwork, you know. So I'll step in and I'll hit him and take a half a step back. He'll take a half a step in and I'll hit him again, and you know, as he's coming in, I'll hit him, and you know, that's like his force of him coming in and him meeting my hand. You know, that's knockout, man. That's like a head-on collision.
If I do a switch kick and then get slammed, that's what I want is the cross. So you kick, switch kick, and fall forward. Boom! Yeah, because there's things, you know what I mean? That puts your foot right, bam, right there. Switch kick, boom, and even if they block, so what? Boom into that cross. That's what you want is that cross.
Yeah, same in my last match with Jardine, because I'm waiting. I know he's going to kick my legs, and I'm waiting for the kicks. And sometimes together he kick me, I put the punch together and he down, and after this I put another punch. But after this, we finish the match. So you need to give the punch fast, but you put the